Hey Pandalings, this is the Black Belt Panda, and this video is basically just to give you an update on what I've been doing with the server, changes that are happening, and what you can expect to see soon. First and foremost, for those of you who hopped on the server when I first announced it, you probably noticed a few problems that I've fixed since then. One of which was lag. That was the biggest problem. When I was testing the server, I didn't experience it, but as soon as I opened it up publicly, I was getting large lag spikes. Now, I managed to remove a few of the major lag-causing plugins without compromising any functionality, so that was good. And I did a little bit of tweaking here and there to try to help with the lag as well. And many of you probably noticed a lot of people were getting kicked off the server for hacking. This was done automatically by a plugin I was using at the time called Anti-Cheat, and I've since replaced it with a new plugin called No Cheat Plus. Now, I've configured No Cheat Plus to ignore several things that I don't want it to check for, and I've attempted to tweak values here and there as I see fit, so it should no longer kick people off the server. That noise means there's a new user. Should no longer kick people off of the server for hacking when they're just lagging. So that made a big improvement. Now, many of you who've been on the server recently have heard about the change from factions to townie. For those of you who don't know, I am switching the server from factions to townie. And on the 27th of this month, which is May, I will be removing factions from the server completely. So right now townie is installed, and until the 27th, if you have faction land, you're able to reclaim that land for townie. Creating a town and claiming land is free until the 27th, at which point it will cost money. Daily upkeep or taxes for now are 10 yen per day, which is a very fair price. This is just to get you used to putting money into your town bank, because on the 27th, when I remove factions, the daily upkeep will be raised to 100 yen per day. Now, you can get 100 yen easily just by voting once on PandaCraft, and you can find the voting module on pandacraft.org to the right, at the upper right portion of the page. Voting is very simple. There's 5 different links at the moment that you can choose from, and each one will reward you with 100 yen. So that's a total of 500 yen you can earn simply by voting. And that's just how it stands currently. I may change that in the future. I may add links. I may remove links. I may even change how much you get from voting. But for now, that's how it is. The reason we're changing from factions to townie is because there are several things I wanted to do with factions that, according to the documentation, I would have been able to. However, we're running the latest version of factions, which is version 1.8, and the changes made from factions 1.6 to factions 1.8 have not been documented, and several things have been changed. A lot of settings have been removed and replaced with different settings. But the way that they went about doing it made it impossible for me to do what I had originally intended to. Basically, I would need the ability to edit all faction permissions at once, which according to the documentation was possible. However, the new changes make that impossible, because now the permissions are changed per faction, which means I would have to change them one at a time, which is impossible for me. That's just one problem. There are several other problems with factions that I've had. Really, it's been a nightmare. It's been a big headache trying to get factions to run smoothly, and for some reason it's actually causing twice as much lag on the server as townie. So I've decided that it would be better to just switch over to townie, which gives me the ability to do what I want with it, as well as gives you guys much more control. You can create plots for your town members. They can purchase these plots and build in them. They can be residential for houses, or they can be commercial plots where people can purchase them and set up shops. And you can even charge an extra tax for shops, which is great. I mean, you guys can do a lot with that. You can join a nation. A nation can be a group of multiple towns. So there's just so much more that seems to be possible with townie than was with factions. So in the end, I decided it would be best to switch over, even though it's a little bit of a hassle right now, you know, to get all that land claimed for townie, but in the end it's going to be worth it. A couple other changes: I've added Spleef Arena I actually built the arena myself. It's very large. I went with a sci-fi futuristic look, and I can actually show you that now. If I just teleport to the games lobby. This is the lobby where you can join Hunger Games, or you can join the Spleef Arenas. Now this is the Spleef Arena here, and I'll just kind of hop through here so I can show you. Normally you can't get out of here. When you go to the Spleef Arena, you'll be inside of it. But I just want to show you what it looks like from the outside. So this is the Spleef Arena that I built. There's actually 4 arenas combined here. This is the viewing area up here. So when you die and the game's still going, you'll end up here so you can spectate all the different games. So as you can see, the render distance is unfortunately not high enough to allow you to see all of it at once, but it's all symmetrical, so you'll really only need to see 25% of it to get an idea of what the rest of it looks like. Anyway, this thing took me a couple hours to get the whole arena built. It was a little tricky, but I figured it out. I used World Edit to help with it, and a few mathematical formulas for generating Tori, the Taurus here and the Taurus there. So I managed to get those working well, and I think it came out real nice. So yeah, Spleef Arena up and running. Let's see, what else is there? If we go to Survival... Oh, that is noisy. Let me get out of here. Alright. Those portals are noisy. Oh yes, which reminds me of another change. The portals are no longer water. People kept drowning in them, and Multiverse Portals, the plugin obviously that allows me to use these portals, was getting very laggy. And this was because it turns out the Multiverse Portals actually checks player move events to determine if a player is, going through that portal. And that's a very, very CPU intensive check to do. So in order to turn that off, I had to use regular nether portal. So now you have to stand inside the portal and wait for it to teleport you just like it was a regular nether portal. So that helped cut down on lag a lot. But here is the survival area. I've expanded the protected spawn size significantly, mainly due to all of the random blocks that were being placed around the portal, people building walls and placing lava, and it was just, it was ugly. So I regenerated the area so it looks nice and new again, and extended the protection, so you'll have to go a little bit further out if you're walking, but it also means you're safer around this area here because it is no PvP. And of course the random teleport signs, which I fixed. There were some bugs with them. Mainly the plugin needed to be updated, and as soon as it was updated, I went ahead and installed the update, and now they work well again. So they're right there, and you can use that to teleport to a random location. Sleepy's been working on her cabin, adding some stuff to it. It's no longer quite so empty on the inside, so feel free to check that out. Let's see. We will head back to spawn, maybe? No, let's go to space. Space has changed a lot. I had to regenerate the entire world because of a lot of lag that was being caused from the old space world that kept crashing the server. The spaceship is the same. However, there's some new signs here. Not only can you get the spacesuit for 100 yen, which of course is just 1 vote on PandaCraft.org, you can buy a stack of torches and a stack of bread, as well as 16 logs. So that should help you just to get started. If you come out here, again, there's the random teleport sign, which is working now. And I've temporarily added this little enchanting area. I will eventually expand on this ship considerably. This ship will have all sorts of different rooms and places you can go inside. It'll have, shops and other functions and features that you guys might want. So you can look forward to that. Also, now with the new space, you can create your own breathable areas. As long as there's a ceiling within 30 blocks, and being a ceiling, it must be above you, obviously, you will be able to breathe in that area. It's a very basic way of checking, but hey, it works. It at least isn't CPU intensive, so it won't lag. Alright, let's see, what else do we got? I haven't really made any changes to the creative worlds, other than the fact that people were having trouble building there, and I fixed that. So if you're having trouble building or breaking blocks in creative, you should no longer have that problem. Let's see, what other worlds do we have? MV list. I guess that's about it. The Hunger Games is pretty much exactly as it was. Let's see. We've got the jail back there still. We added a brewing room. Lots of people around. Woohoo. People have discovered they can put their items in the item frames here. I really don't know how to fix that. But yeah, you'll lose your item if you do that. Oh, let's see. I added, that's right, a couple extra plugins. One of which is Monster Box, which allows VIP ranks or higher to mine spawners and actually get the spawner back as a drop. At which point you can place the spawner somewhere, and you can run the mbox set command to set the spawner to the mob of your choice. And here's a list of the mobs you can set it to, as well as their prices. However, you can also set these spawners by right-clicking on them with a spawn egg. Spawn eggs can be purchased in the server shop. Most of them are $1 for a stack, but a couple of the special ones are a little bit more expensive. Do keep in mind, though, that the only monsters that will work are the ones on this board. If they're not on this board, then the spawn egg won't work on the spawner. Say you use a cow spawn egg on your spawner, you will then get a cow spawner. It follows all spawner rules, which means that being a cow, it needs to have grass to spawn on. And white as well. But when you break that spawner again, not only will you get the spawner back, but you will get your cow egg back as well, so you can set it again if you need to move it. So I figure that's a very useful thing to have on the server. But like I said, you do need to be VIP rank or higher in order to use it. Or you can have a VIP rank or higher do it for you, if they would like to do that for probably a certain fee or something. Let's see, any other changes? I have changed the chat from Essentials Chat to Townie Chat. So let's see, an example here. You will now have your town next to your name. You can chat in global chat, town chat, or nation chat. I think that's about it in terms of the chat. There's no more local chat and shouting, so you don't have to worry about shouting all the time. So no more exclamation points before everything you type, which is good. I did add a few things to the shops here. The new things are on the left in these item frames, just to give you a few extra things you can do. I fixed a few exploits that people had discovered that were allowing them to pretty much generate infinite money, which means that certain things are no longer sellable. You can no longer sell cacti, for example. Let's see. Any other changes I made? I'm not sure if I mentioned Mob Arena in the first video, but we do have a Mob Arena that you can join simply by typing /MAJoin. The information is on the information board at spawn. The Mob Arena is over on this giant floating island here. But I did change Mob Arena. The mobs are a little bit more interesting now. There are more bosses, the rewards are better, and there's more classes to choose from. And now you'll have to finish off your wave that you're on before a new wave will spawn. So I think not only does it make it a little bit more fun to play, but it also rewards you quite a bit more. I believe diamonds are part of the reward as well. Alright. Trying to think, did I miss anything? No, I don't think I did. If I did, I will make another update video. I will definitely make another update video, actually, because there are other things that I plan on adding to the server. So, for the things you can expect to come soon, people have been asking for Skyblock. That'll definitely be coming, but I'm not entirely sure when. There's other things I want to add first. I do want to add a Battle Kits Arena. This will be a PvP arena that you can participate in, and you will be able to choose from multiple kits. Kind of like the Mob Arena that lets you choose classes. I may even have rank-specific kits for those who purchase a rank from the shop. and maybe I'll even sell ranks by themselves. I'm not sure. Let's see. I also want to add a parkour arena, and then all these will go into the games world, of course. What else did I want to add? There was other things. I don't remember. You guys can always suggest other plugins you'd like to see as well. I did add Cord Protect, which is a griefing plugin. It lets me inspect blocks so I can see who placed a block, who broke a block, who accessed a block, such as a chest, what you put in the chest even, which is very useful. The server does record pretty much everything that happens. I can see every word spoken. I can see every transaction made, either with other players or with a shop. And this kind of logging is basically just for me to catch people who are exploiting bugs or hacking or breaking rules or whatever. And it's actually helped considerably. It's actually what allowed me to figure out that people were exploiting signs in the admin shop. Helped me find people who were using hacked clients such as Notice. So that's a very good thing. And someone had actually suggested that I get a plugin that would do that. So thanks to whoever suggested that. I honestly don't remember. But PandaCraft.org does have a forum section. So if you go to PandaCraft.org, you'll see the link for the forums at the top. And if you head there, you can suggest plugins. You can read news and events and things like that. If you want more information on creating a town or claiming land or whatever, there is information on the front page of PandaCraft.org. There's information in the forums. I sent mail to everybody who already registered on the server, and you can always Google it. So I've had a lot of people asking me how to do things with Townie, and I just can't answer everybody. I'd love to be able to, but I've been very busy, and that's why you guys haven't seen so many videos lately. Since I released the server publicly, I have actually been working on it 24/7 every day. Every bit of free time I get goes to working on this server, because, well, honestly, for one, it had a lot more problems than I was expecting. As I had mentioned previously, with the lag and people getting kicked and things like that. And the problems just don't seem to end. There's always problems, and I'm always fixing them. And when I'm not fixing problems, I'm trying to improve the server by either optimizing it or by adding fun new plugins and fun new worlds and fun new things to do. So I'm hoping that one day soon I'll get it to a state where I can finally, sit back and say, I'm finished. But I have no idea when that will be. In the meantime, I am going to try to get more videos out. Like I said, I'll sit down. I'm very one-tracked in the sense that I start something and I just want to work on that one thing. So it's very difficult for me to stop doing that and do something else, like make a video. But I'm going to try to, and Sleepy is going to try to help me. She's very good at getting me to do things that I don't want to do. Not that I don't want to do the videos, but just that I don't want to stop working. So hopefully you guys will see more of the PandaCraft Let's Play, some more tutorials, some more of the Redstone Bunker, and do note that I haven't stopped any of those series. Just because I haven't had an episode out for a while doesn't mean there isn't going to be one. It's just that, taking a little break from it, working on the server, but none of those series have stopped. I'm definitely going to continue them, so don't worry there. If you ever see a long break from them, it's just because I'm doing something else. Alright, well, I think that pretty much concludes it for this episode, this update video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave those in the comments section below. And if you know any user on the server who hasn't seen this video and has got the same questions, definitely direct them to the video to try to prevent a bunch of people asking me the same questions over and over again. I would definitely appreciate that. But yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. This is the Black Belt Panda, and I'll see you in the next video.